Welcome back, Ponaganset, to the first WPHS Sports Report of the season. This is the first one of the whole year. Just a reminder, we do this every Wednesday for the large remainder of the year. You can check it out every Wednesday at 1:45 or anytime on our YouTube channel. With that, let's get into it. Today we have girls tennis, football, and boys soccer. So we're going to open with our girls tennis team. Giselle here, playing on the team, is here to talk about it.
Yes, we've had a great season so far. This season has been a lot better than last year. We have a lot more intense players, and it's a lot easier to win more matches this year.
Yeah, you guys have done much better this year, I see. So tell me a little about your past games, how they
So on our last few matches was on Friday, and that was senior night, and that was a good night. And because we had some very, very intense matches.
I heard it was cold, though, too.
Oh, it was freezing out. You were there, and you couldn't move because it was so cold. And it was a home match. It was against Narragansett, and we won 4-3. And I really liked this match because this was the time where all our doubles matches won at the same time. And then our match against Barrington, which was last night, that was very tough. And they are a good team. They have strong players. And we just tried our best. And our number one singles player, Juliana Steer, was the only one who won.
She's very good. It's true, yes. That's an unfortunate loss.
Yep.
Barrington's very good, but well done against Narragansett. Talk to me about your team a little.
Yes. So, like I said, we have some very intense, good players on our team. And on the right side, you can see there's the lineup of what positions everyone is in. So there's the 4 singles players, Juliana Steer, Addie Goodrow, myself, and Taryn Blaze. And then for our first doubles, we have Ava Malloy and Charlotte Duff. Second doubles is Anna Fecto and Kayla Haslam. And then our third doubles and our exhibition kind of fluctuate sometimes. So the rest of the team would be Samantha Perrin, Leah Peck, Jalen Dione, Sylvia Spaziano, and Alana LeBlanc.
You've got quite the team.
Yes, we do.
A lot of players. These are your coaches?
Yes, our coaches are our teachers here at the school, Ms. Parrish and Ms. LaFerrier.
Well, we're very glad to have them along. They've done well. Obviously, you guys have performed to a high standard this year.
Yes.
Your team looks spectacular. Going forward, I know it's been a tough season.
Yes.
What are your chances? What are your playoff chances? I see you've got a few more games this season.
Yes, we have, I'd say, like 3 or 4 more games this season. And we are currently not in the playoffs. We have to win one more match to make it into the playoffs. We can get that one match. And the one that we can get is most likely tonight against Charahoe. And so we're going to go down in Char, and let's hope we win that one. And then we have...
Good luck to you guys.
Yes. And then we have our next match against Moses Brown at 4 o'clock. And then our next one after that is our last home match, which is against LaSalle. That's going to be a very, very tough match.
Yeah, they're very good, I understand.
Yes.
Top of the division, right? Good luck, right?
Yes.
If you are around next week, LaSalle, be here to support the girls. It's their last match of the season. They really need the support. Thank you, Giselle. Anything else for you?
No, I think that's all it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Chirac here with Ponaganset Boys Soccer. Tell me a little about this season so far.
So far, we're having a pretty decent season overall. We have 8 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws, pretty decent. We're currently at the 9th place in Division 3. So, Colin Etheridge has scored the highest number of goals so far this season with overall 9, which is a very good number. Alex Salazar has the highest number of assists on this team with 4 assists in total. And for saves, Paxton Allen has an insane number of 91 saves so far.
7th in the state, might I add. 7th in the state. Good for him. Obviously, they've done very well. I see this is a good record, correct?
Yes,
Not bad. recent games. Walk me through them.
So, our recent game was at Woonsocket. Woonsocket is currently around 15th in the state. So, this was on October 11th, Saturday. So, we had a pretty dominant overall win, 5-2. We had Colin Etheridge score a brace, 2 goals, and 1 assist on top of that. Mason Perillo with 1 goal. Cyrus Sullivan with 1 goal. Patrick Ferns with 1 goal and 2 assists. KDB. Evan Loins with 1 assist. And then we had Davies Career in Tech.
That was last night, correct?
Yes. The score overall, we had a 1-1 draw, which is pretty good considering that Davies is 4th in the state. And then we had Patrick Ferns score that 1 goal and Max Eden giving him that 1 assist.
Good for them. Strong playing all around. I see you guys have had a much better season than last year. I'm looking forward to see how it goes.
These are our highlighted players so far. Patrick Ferns, number 35. He has scored a goal in every single game except for the starting one of the season. He also has the highest number of goals on the varsity team at the moment and scored the tying goal versus Davies High School.
Nice job, Patrick.
And
Great
then
work.
we have Paxton Allen, number 27, who has the most amount of saves out of every goalkeeper on the varsity team at the moment with 91 saves. And he even somehow managed to score 1 goal.
That's impressive. I got to say, goalies don't usually get that opportunity. Good for him. Great.
And for our upcoming games, we have one on the 16th against Rogers, who is not very good. They've basically lost every game so far during the season at 7 p.m. And then we have one on the 22nd versus Providence County Day at 4 p.m.
PCD, Rogers, right? That'll be tomorrow, the Rogers game. At Rogers, if you can make it, they'd love your support. Thank you. How do you guys think you're going to do going into the playoffs this year?
Into the playoffs, we have around a 50% chance. And the way it's looking right now, the only people that would really have to be scared against is Narragansett since they're number 1 in the state. But that's really all.
You guys are confident. You guys are doing very well this season. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We have football now with Jimmy Fashion, the wonder, the legend, the star. Tell me, Jimmy, how's the season been?
Well, first let me say thank you, Josh. And I think the best way to describe how the season has gone is with a sound, and it's WA, because W, 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 and another W this Friday against Hope, 47-0.
Phew.
Yeah. And while they are a Division IV team, that was a very good, very dominant performance. Our defense looked amazing.
And I see you guys are playing Rogers again soon.
Yep. Rogers, always an exciting matchup. While Rogers this year hasn't looked great, and when we go to our main focuses, I'll explain why. This Friday at Top of Field, which is a couple minutes away from Rogers, at 7 o'clock p.m., is when we're playing.
Nice night game. Is it
Nice.
going to be cold?
It's going to be pretty cold.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 o'clock,
Getting into
especially
that
with the
time of
recent
year.
weather, how it's been dropping. Yeah, that probably should be a focus, getting used to the weather. We've had some pretty warm games recently.
What are some of your main focuses this season that have really come into play in your undefeated season?
Okay, I first want to say our defense has been really good. And another really key part of our team has been our run game. Now, a main part of our run game, Lyric Picard, unfortunately, has a knee injury and won't be playing the rest of the season.
Very unfortunate. I know he was having a big game against Central Falls
Yeah.
on senior night.
Just look at the score, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, another focus coming into these next 3 games, and especially the playoffs, because it's an 8-team playoff in an 11-team league. We're undefeated. We've made the playoffs already. But we're going to have to experiment now with our run game a little bit, because we're going to have to see who is our next main guy to fill in that Lyric role. it'll probably be Zach Rocchio, but you can also see Jackson Rock and Aiden Harrison getting some snaps.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Now, I understand that Classical, who is coming up soon, you guys played them in the state title last year. Are you guys nervous at all? I know you beat them, but obviously tough contenders again. You're right behind them in the standings.
Yeah, I definitely say there is a major reason that we need to win that game. That is very much could decide how our playoff matches go. Because looking over here, we got Classical, who is ranked 15 in the state. We're ranked 16. So very, very even matchup. And Johnson, which is ranked 20th, but they have beat D2 teams. Realistically, I don't want to go into the playoffs having to play either of those teams. In fact, I don't want to go into the playoffs having to play on the road. So being that number 1 and number 2 seed is going to be important. Last year, we won every game in the regular season except Classical, but we still ended up ended up getting 3rd in the division, even though we had the 2nd best record. I think we lose to Classical, but Johnson ends up getting a win against Classical. We land number 3. We have to play an away game in the divisional round if we win, which we likely will.
That's unfortunate. Being home, obviously, in the playoffs is a big advantage, especially in the early rounds. Going forward in the season, what are some smaller things? You got Pilgrim towards the end of the season. How's it going?
Yeah, I want to highlight quickly the game against Rogers, because I think you were a little mistaken. The main focus is for the Rogers game, but it does translate into later on in the season. You're good. So Rogers has played.
We got an expert over here.
They've played 3 division games, and they have only scored 17 points on offense. So that's an average, 5 points a game? So our main strategy that I think we're going to need to do is simply score early. If I was Dave Cato, if I was the head coach, I would go into that coin toss wanting to receive the ball, get an early touchdown, and then be able to use some of that remaining game to experiment, especially our offense.
Mr. Cato, he's an expert. Take his advice.
Yeah, because while our defense has been looking good, Jackson Conway has been looking good. This guy right here, Matthew Jones, has been looking really good. But our offense, again, we're going in. We have to find our new running back. Liam Elderkin, our quarterback, very talented, but hasn't been getting the opportunity to throw the ball. I would like to see a little bit of him breaking out of the pocket, doing some high-risk passes while we're ahead, since we know our defense can end up stopping them.
Well, it looks like they're going to have a strong season. I know you want the Ravens to come down and take a look.
Yep. Ravens, take notes on the defense. Okay.
Thank you for coming out, Jimmy. We got a great season. We've had a great season so far,
Yep.
and I'm really looking forward to how the team's going to do this
We're going to
season.
continue having a great season.
That's right. Thank you.
So welcome.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to have you too, Josh.
And that is all for today's sports report. We'll be back again next week. And have a great day, Ponaganset.